Hey there everybody, it's Eric here at Peachtree Classic Cars, and I've got a beautiful little 1956 Chevrolet 3100 short bed pickup truck. It's a big back window V8 truck. I had a hard time getting that hubcap to stay on. I'm just going to leave it off so I don't have to chase it in this video. But this is a truck I'm kind of calling this granddad's garage find or barn find. Not necessarily found in the garage, in the barn, but been sitting in the garage for a little bit, and it's got a beautiful farm truck look to it, but one of the tires went flat and they put the spare on and never ended up getting the granddad never ended up getting the tire back on it. So it's going to need a new tire. It's got red line tires on it that are older. I was thinking if this is my truck, I think I'd put 5 brand new tires on it, and I might even splurge and get some white walls. Let's take it for a little drive and I'll show you around. The gentleman that I got it from was a friend of the people who had pulled this out of the garage, and they put some new gas tank in it and some fresh gas, fresh battery, fresh oil. Got a little shudder there in first gear. Second. There's third. I think, to be fair to this truck and to the next owner, I'm going to say this is a good farm driving truck. Here I am on a back road just down the road from my house, and this truck was just pulled out of the garage after sitting for a few years. So if it was me, I'd go through it a little bit more. I'd do an engine detail on it, and the thing that I like about it, it's got good bones and it's totally drivable just like it is. Like I said, they pulled it out of the garage, changed the oil, put a fresh battery in it, antifreeze. They did the brakes on it. Let's see, I'm gonna stomp on the brakes. I'm letting go of the steering wheel now. I'm just pushing the brakes. They stop pretty straight. I like that. Second gear. And I can't say for sure what it is about the shifting on it, other than I'm going to chalk it up to the fact that at this moment it's over 70 years old and it hasn't been driven much. So it feels like it shifts through the gears well. There's no binding in the linkage. Get up to here, reverse works. Back to first gear, smooth transition. To me, that's always an eyesore there. I'm looking at the camera and watching the video along with you. Let me see, pop this hood real quick. Hood stands up on its own, which is nice. I'd say that's a pretty healthy sounding engine. I'm going to shut it off and put it in gear so it won't roll away on us. It has an e-brake handle and everything's there, which is awesome, but the e-brake is not hooked up, which is not uncommon. I wish I had $1 for all the e-brakes that didn't get hooked up. I'd have a whole side cash hoard. I was told by the previous owner that this is the original 265 V8 that came in it. We did not pull the numbers off the back, so I can't say for sure, but it's still got the old original generator. And I wanted to leave it. If it was mine and I was keeping it, I would do a nice engine detail with those original valve covers that say Chevrolet, and I'd do the calyx on the exhaust, sand this down and repaint it, make it look nice for the oil bath air filter and all that. So if I was keep it, I would brass this. If you hit it with a wire wheel, it brasses up real pretty. And so if it was mine, I'd do a nice engine detail on it too, like replacing the anything that's rubber under the hood, really, probably. But the truck overall is really solid. And honestly, it's hard to find a 56 big back window truck. There's a lot of 55s and 57s out there, but every time my customers are calling me, they're saying it's hard to find a 56. I was born in 56. I'm looking for a 56. So anyways, here's a 56. I just topped off the radiator fluid too. So that's a typical radiator leak once it's warmed up. And when I'm better about doing my videos, I'd say that I let that run off first, but we're just going to let it be what it is. This is in real time. Super straight body lines. Chrome shines up nice. Very minimal rust. Couple of tiny spots here and there. And like I said, I'm calling this good farm truck quality is what I'd say. Or, driver quality is another way to say it. Every time I see this, I just think it's time for Christmas farm truck pictures. Let's get right up on it. A couple of little chips of paint here, a little chip in the paint there. Bottom of the fender looks awesome. Tiny, tiny, tiny little spot right there. Bottoms of the doors look great. Hinge pockets. Oh man, so clean, so solid. Oh yeah, the bottoms of the doors look awesome. Little spot there on the corner, nothing major. I think that could be wire wheeled and POR 15. Continuing around the body, old spare tire. Like I said, if it was mine, I'd buy 5 white wall tires for this and maybe go back to a beauty ring and a center wheel cap or something like that. But this does have the original wheels, including a matching spare, which is awesome, to just have the wheel alone. The tire is old and cracked and it would not function as a spare. The bed looks great. Little paint chip here. Tailgate looks awesome. Paint chip here. Here, probably where somebody let it down without the chains because it doesn't have the chains on it. Rear bumper looks older and microscopically pitted. If you look real close, there you go. I actually got that in the camera there. But that polishes up real nice. A few little scratches on this side. I think maybe they might have had it parked or pulled into the garage somewhere. And on this passenger side, there's a little scratch there that got touched up. A little scratch down here. Bottom of the cab corner looks awesome. That same little spot from the other side is here too. One tiny, tiny little spot there on the door. Same here, tiny little spot there on the door. Hinge pockets. Step side looks awesome. Bottom of the door, same as the other side. Little spot right there. Could be welded, patched. And then the rest of the door looks great. Finish off going around the truck. And man, the body lines on this look great. The hood is dented here. It's got a little paint pop, little dent and paint pop there. Little scratch there. Front bumper overall is in good shape. Actually, it looks like even some paint overspray or something that could be polished off. Plus, really nice chrome grille. One of the things I love about this is the deluxe truck having the trim all around the windshield and all around the windows, including the back window. And the trim is in very good condition. It's not perfect. When they put it back on after painting it many years ago, I'm sure there's a couple of little spots where they screwed it on a little, made that little indentation. Got a crack on the window here. These are really affordable. You can buy them from LMC. They're pre-cut. This is one of the easiest glass jobs to do it yourself. You peel this out, put the goop in or the putty in, slide the new piece of glass in. That's an easy job to do. I feel like I want to call this an easy Christmas project for someone. You could drive it and enjoy it today around town and back roads, and then project on it and get the things going on it like the windshield wipers or putting a heater in it. Doesn't have a heater in it right now. In fact, actually, I believe I have a heater that could go with it in my extra stock in my shop. See if that light works. Nope. Light's not turning on. Turn the key in the on position. Nope. Okay. No horn, no turn signals. Floor mat looks great. Underneath the floor mat, original floor pan looks good. You got access to the brake there. This floor mat looks great. This is a crushed velvet cover. It's kind of dark green, and for Christmas it looks great. If it was mine, I'd order a seat cover kit from LMC Truck. They're about $265. You can do it yourself in the garage. And I'd put the original black seat back on that. I love the fact that the dash is original. And when you turn the key on, that gas gauge jumps. I just put about 5 gallons in it. I believe that oil was running earlier. So unmolested dash, which I love, not cut up or anything. Also, I forgot earlier to say the drip rails on this are in incredible shape, and the top is in great shape. I don't see any dents or anything. I'm always looking for something that might look like hail damage or like a tree branch. I don't see anything like that here. I see a nice, clean, solid roof, and I love it. Doors open easily and close easily. The windows could use some felt. They're a little rattly. That's what you hear when you hear me driving it down the road and it rattling. New gas tank, like I said earlier. All this glass is, the main thing about it is all the glass that's expensive, mainly being the front and the rear, is in great shape. We got a crack over here on this glass. That one's a little bit more challenging to install. You can do it yourselfer. I like to call the glass guys out for that. If I did that, then I'd probably have them do that one too. When the glass guy breaks it, he's responsible for it. When I break it, I got to order another one and start all over. So I like hiring the glass guys to come out because they warranty their work. And if they crack it while they're installing it, they'll fix it for you. Somebody put a diamond plate bed in this, some angle iron. They did a really nice job. It's solid and it looks good. Underneath the truck is very solid. This is a truck I would call very minimal rust or even survivor. There's your original color. I believe this was kind of a greenish blue, either green or a blue. So survivor style down here, very solid original look. No undercoating sprayed, no, nothing covered up. This is the truck and I love that. Little spot of rust there. Pretty common in that spot. The rest of this fender well is in great shape. Also, brand new indicator lights. They're ready to be wired up. In fact, I've got a wiring kit I could put in with this truck too. I'm saying this, like in my video in real time, so may have to be reminded. So that inner cab corner there's got some rust, and some of that is oil, like an oil spat or something there, but that rust there, and then the rest of the step side is in great shape. These weep holes look good. Original floor pans down here. This always impresses me. These are the original floor pans. Got some grease there from the drive shaft. Really good shape. Little crusties around that weep hole, but that's a hole that's supposed to be there with just a little crust around it. This is very, very solid original floor pan. Wow, I'm really impressed. Not that I didn't see it when we bought it, but just trying to be very thorough in my videos. We sell most of our vehicles out of state or even overseas, so we don't even meet our customers face to face very often. So doing these videos is so important to us that you guys know exactly what you're getting. I'm trying to do the best I can, full disclosure. Another thing that I like that they did is they must have done that steel bed a long time ago. They did not put it on top of the old wooden bed, and I really appreciate that. There's your rear end. Frame, incredible. I mean, this is a survivor. It looks great. Little spot there on the corner. Let's see, where's the camera? There we go. Little spot there. Back of the rear fender well, driver's side. All very solid under here. Passenger side rear fender, really solid, looks great. passenger side inner fender well. You can see light right here. It's not, maybe a tiny, tiny little spot of rust there. Put the camera in here. There we go. Really solid, guys. I mean, this is a really solid, I would say the body is like Survivor. You know, here we go. Step side. This is original. It's never been repaired. Maybe this cab corner was repaired a long time ago. We're on the passenger side now, and these are the original floor pans I'm wowing over again. Love them. Yeah, really, really solid. Wow. And then the cab corner on this side is rested on the inside and the outer. I would say that may have been replaced a long time ago. And how many times I see trucks with the outers replaced and not the inners. It's just what we do over the years. I got to give credit to the fact that not everybody was trying to do a perfect restoration. We were trying to keep these trucks on the road back in the day. You know, so you spliced and patched sometimes. Again, that indicator's brand new, ready to be wired up. And these tires look pretty, but they are older. I believe they have a pretty old date code on them. That's another reason why I'd said earlier that if it was mine, I'd probably consider putting tires on it. The great thing is if you want to go budget-wise, the white line 15-inch tires, believe it or not, at Walmart, I'm not getting paid to say this, are so affordable. A little 40,000 mile white line tires, and you could buy 5 of them and have them installed, and you'd be surprised at how affordable it is. So I hate that I didn't get a chance to pop that on in the video. I know that's a little bit of an eyesore, but I'm going to pop it on for the still photography. Anyways, I went a little long on this one because I'm just so in love. I wanted to also just do a really good full disclosure on this one. It's a solid truck that I just drove down the road. The brakes seem to be working great, but also I think this would be a good little project for the winter and make it ready for springtime. PeachtreeClassicCars.com. We look forward to hearing from you.